Okay, so probably my biggest critique of the new Tesla Model 3 is the same critique I had of the old Tesla Model 3, and that's that you have to look all the way over here to check your speed. There's nothing in front of you. There's no heads-up display. There's no display right here. You don't get your speed. You don't get your turn signals. You don't get any information right in front of you. You can't just look down slightly while you're driving, mainly keeping your eyes on the road. You have to look down and to the right. Now, I know that seems like a very, very small adjustment and that it's something that you can get used to, and it is something that you can get used to, and it's even, I would say it's almost as safe. I wouldn't say it's just as safe, but it's almost as safe as simply looking down. Now, try that for me though. Do the experiment and try it for me. Maybe don't do it while you're driving, maybe do it while you're sitting down, but get in your car, look straight ahead at the car in front of you or whatever is in front of you, and then just look down very, very slightly so you can see where the speed usually would be in a normal car, okay? Then do the same experiment looking just a tiny bit further and also to the right. It is a noticeable difference. If you are aware of what your body's doing, if you're in tune with your body and how your muscles and your eyes feel and everything and the effort that it takes even to make that minor movement, it does take more effort and it does take that extra millisecond longer to look down and to the right and a little bit further over than simply just to point your eyes or your head just a tiny bit down. Okay, it does make a difference. I do not like that you have to adjust all the way over here. And another thing is, even if you do totally adjust to it and it makes no difference for you, when you get into a different car, you're gonna have to adjust all over again. So personally, I am not a fan. I'm not a fan of these turn signals, and I'm not a fan of the hold down and to the right thing. I would rather just simply look down in order to get my speedo. Okay, so that's one thing I'm not a big fan of. See if I can get around this guy here. Okay. All right, guys, test drive is over. Let me know what you guys think of this new Tesla Model 3 overall. Positives, definitely extremely smooth over speed bumps, or not over speed bumps, over potholes, over cracks in the road, over things like that. It's way smoother than I would have expected it to be. I'm very, very, very impressed with that. So that I'm very impressed with. What I'm not impressed with is these new buttons for the turn signals. I'm just not a big fan. I would probably get used to them and stop complaining about them, but I'm just not a big fan. And it's just too radical. It's too different from every other car. So then you get into a different car and suddenly like you just don't have that muscle memory. I really wish they would, you know, I like the minimalism. I like that it looks clean and feels clean in here, but I wish they would just leave the turn signal stock alone. This thing you could probably get used to, the whole putting it in park, putting it in drive on the screen. You know, that's fine. That's a very minor adjustment. But like this thing, no turn signal stock, I just can't ever get used to that probably, and I won't ever like it. And then not having your speedo right in front of you, having to look all the way down and to the right, those things I probably would not like.